Hello and welcome back to Mars. I'm Mick. We're playing Stationeers. Now we're just about getting to the end of what we're doing here. Now you may notice the chicken's got a bigger pen, quite happily running around. There was a heap of ladies from Peter turned up and they were squishing their naked boobs on the windows and trying to get in. I think they were just over-exaggerating the problems with having the chicken in a one cubicle pen there. Or they could have been dying. But either way, the chicken's been let out and all is good. So it's running around. It's now beating the snot out of Cosmo here, but it's running around quite happily. Payback's a bitch, isn't it, Cosmo? But yeah, so the room's a bit bigger. Now I have been in the room looking around what's going on. Now my cooler hasn't switched on for quite a while, so with all the extra pipes and things and whatnot that I've got in here, so the uninsulated vents and everything there, they are letting room or temperature bleed out. But during the night it gets down to about 30.5 and during the day it gets up to about 30, 32. So I don't know if that switches on at all. It might do. If it doesn't, that's a problem because that's where my nitrogen comes from and the soybeans need that. But as we can see, I still have plenty of nitrogen there, so it must be coming on sometime at the end of the day. But I think because the plant's using the oxygen, that this is actually my carbon dioxide vent is actually sucking in enough cold gas from outside to actually keep the place cool. Oh, it has kept turned on. No, we're okay there. I was going to say, if that doesn't switch on at all during the day, I'm going to have to run around with some insulation and, well, put on some insulation on the pipes and stuff because it's a little too well balanced. But no, it's still good. We've still got nitrogen coming in from outside. Now, because I've got 33% nitrogen, 66% nitrogen, 33% oxygen coming in, and yet I have 72.6% oxygen in here. That means these things are producing a lot more oxygen than I'm actually bringing in. So I've moved my oxygen filler into here so I can actually suck the gas out of here. I don't need to pick up ice. Everything I need is coming in from outside. So now that is just, put that away. Now this is just connected by the yellow pipe into our room ventilation. So it is just sucking the oxygen out of, well, it's not sucking actually anything out of there at the moment because it's not doing anything. And it's just pumping it where it will be into there. So I can switch that on. Oop, and away it goes. And I should be getting oxygen into there, which I am. But that'll suck the gas out of here, which I want to be careful of. I don't want to be sucking this place out and sucking all the oxygen out, and my chook will be unhappy about that. And you don't want an unhappy chook. So I might need to put in, I've got a chip there. I can actually monitor the room, the amount of oxygen in the room, the pressure in the room, and make sure I don't suck out too much. So I'll need my computer. Oop. And I shall need you as a chip. Oop. And I shall import you. Now I can, because it's inside the housing for the filtration, I can, alias the filter is dB, which is the housing for the chip. It's actually a filtration unit, but anyway. Now the filtration unit does know what the oxygen content and pressure is at its input and its outputs there, so I can just use the filter itself to know, or basically to know what the pressure in the room is, because the same pressure in the room is what's in the pipe. Well, near enough. So we shall use the start, and at the end we shall jump back to the start. Now I shall yield because I only want it to run once per game tick. Now we want to make sure we don't overpressurize the tank, so we shall load from into R0 from the output from the filter. It will be the Output pressure or pressure output? Filtration. It is the pressure output. Yes, pressure output. Pressure output, that should be what's connected to the tank. And I shall say set less than. So we only want to switch the filter on if the pressure at the output is less than. So set R0 if the pressure is less than 8 megapascals. I can do more in those ones there, but 8's good enough. It'll last me long enough. I also want to look at the pressure in the room. So I shall load into R0 from the filter the capital P pressure at the input. And we might make sure we don't suck out too much pressure in here. So we shall say we can turn the filter on if the pressure is greater than. So set greater than. We better not use R0 again. We haven't finished with that. We'll go to R1. R1, so set R1 if the pressure is greater than, 80 is the maximum before the vent comes on, the overpressure vent, so let's say 75. So I've got to have at least 75 kilopascals of pressure in the room, which will keep the plants happy, that'll keep the chickens happy. Okay, so we also need to know there's enough oxygen in the room to keep the chickens happy. The plants don't care because plants hate chickens, everyone knows that. Now we shall load into R2 from the filter. The ratio oxygen, in input. Come on fingers, get it right. And we want to make sure that is set greater than, so set R2 if the ratio of oxygen is greater than, what do you say, 40%? That'll do. So if we got more than 40% oxygen in the room, we can switch the thing on. Right, if all of those are true, we can switch the thing on. So I actually just need to join them all together with AND statements. So set R0 with R0 and R1. And join in R2 as well, R0, R0, and R2. That sounds like a storm. Now we've got all those conditions joined together in R0. So now R0 will be true if all of those things are true. So we shall save to the filter the mode R0. Now confirm, export you. That is definitely a storm. And there is no sand in here. Switch you on. Idle, active, idle, active. Okay. I'd say that that is causing the amount of oxygen in the pipe to drop, or the pressure in the pipe to drop below the level it needs. So it shuts off until the pressure equalises through the vents once again. But now we are down to 74 kilopascals, which doesn't meet the criteria for switching it on, so it is sitting there idle. We've got 1 megapascal of gas in there at the moment. That's more than we had before, so that will slowly fill up. Hopefully fill up just as fast as we need, and then we'll be good. Chicken's happy. You've still got 3 wheat, so have some more. I got more potato seeds. How do I keep getting potato seeds? You're replanting the seeds. Some of these must be giving me 2 seeds. Is that possible? Oh, that's a wheat. What? You missed one. That might have been because it wasn't working when I restarted the game, but reloaded. There we go. Now I have got some soybeans and I have got some, so I have made some oil and I've got bread. which means I've got 4-star on my hamburger without eating hamburger. I'm a 4-star hamburger and haven't eaten a single one now, so I can drink to 175 coffees. Yay! And we're good. Now you have not got me an egg. And right, now I have done a bit of rejigging. So that thing is now spitting food out over here next to the food processor, which allows me to process it faster. I emptied out my water bottle and I put a crusher in here. So this can get me more water should I need it. Do I have any? Not on me. Mining belt. No, that's oxide. I don't have any water rocks on me, but that will refill my water, and it just vents the excess nitrogen which comes with the water. It just spits that straight outside. So we're good. I got tons of water. Well, 77.4 litres, which is 77.4 kilograms, which is close to tons. Go to there. But that's my survival taken care of. My food is coming along pretty much fine. I've got heaps of that. My chicken's happy. I've got basically my infinite supply of nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide coming in through my capture system. That is nailed down, and it still makes noise. Okay, fine. I've got my oxygen filler filling up from the room now, so plenty of that there. My water's taken care of, food's taken care of. So yeah, that's basically the greenhouse is done. So I've floored it, I've painted it grey because the white was getting a bit bright for me, so I painted it a nice coat of accountancy grey. Suit on. I have done all I have to do. I've got oxygen. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Got oxygen. Fart. Okay. And, oh look, no dust in here now. It's dusty out here. Now this is a sealed room. Well, if I seal the doors, it's a sealed room. Properly sealed, not just pretend sealed. Ow. And it's dusty. That's the same atmosphere. I was told if the atmosphere is the same as outside, then it gets dusty. No. Sometimes. I mean, it knows it's a room in here. It knows it's a room in here. There's glass in the windows. Okay, the dust rendering's weird. I got myself a Rover. It's still a structure at the moment, so it's not taking any damage. It seems to be up on blocks, but flying. But anyway, we'll build that and we'll have a bit of a go later on. Now, the thing is I wanted to have a look now. We've got our furnace going. As I say, furnace going, we've got oxygen, we've got power. I put up some more solar panels. Well, the storm's given us plenty of power. Got our airlock going. We've got all our printers there. Okay, switch them off. See, I wanted to have a look at the drills. Deep miner, you make me one of them. Electrum Invar Constantan. Nope, 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 nope. Solver, Constantan. Put it away. Electrum. And Invar was the other one. You. Right. Make me a deep miner. Because we want to go and do some, well, check out some mining. So I say Mars is where we're learning the basics. We have set up a furnace. We have set up an advanced furnace. We have hotboxed our furnace, so it is now processing a lot of stuff that I use up very, very quickly. I'm still running off my first my first tank of fuel. There's not a lot left in it, 1.39 megapascals. So not even a quarter of that one left, but I've still got some. I think I've still got some more of these. Yeah, there's more in that. Now you can still use these tanks while they are nailed down. So that's a new thing that's come with the update. You couldn't do that before. Once you attached them to a tank stand, they were fixed in place and you could not use the tank filler. You can now. But that's got more pressure in it than the tank has, so I should be able to put that in there and that should fill up the tank a little bit. Yeah, tiny little bit. It's done. It's done. So we got the furnaces going. We have got everything going. Now, you may remember that only pipes, insulated pipes I've used are the ones on the fuel line and the one on the flue coming out of the back of the furnace. They're the only insulated pipes I've used in the entire base. As I say, the atmosphere in Mars is not too bad, so you don't need to worry about too much about those things. But I do need to go fix my solar panels now. Yeah. And away we go. Yeah, so new panels I put up are the ones that are storm proof. So those ones will be fine after the storm and these ones won't be. Yeah. Whee! Okay, solar panels are back and going again. Now, ways of mining that we can do. We have, all right, deep drill. You're one of them. Amy's the other one. And well, I suppose it's rocket mining or hand mining. Now, the deep drill has changed. So we need the deep miner cartridge, iron, gold, copper. Now I have you. My old ore scanner, you can go away. Now I have this one here. This is a hand scanner for the deep miner. Will it work? Oh, it's got GPS on it too. Very handy. It's nickel. It's still nickel. Does that mean I only get nickel or mostly nickel? Basic minerals and nickel. Well, I'll put it down and find out. Yeah. If it's just nickel, then I'm afraid the old deep miner is going to be not the be all and end all solution to get everything out. If it is only nickel I get here, how far do I have to go to find another one? So I'll build up the rover, we'll build up a deep drill and we'll see what we get. I guess you can go into there. Deep drill. Put you... yeah, sure. Why not? I think that's it. Now I need steel sheets. I do need steel sheets. Well, let's build this thing up and see what we got. Sheets. Screwdriver and cable coils. Electronic parts I don't have. Oop. Okay, we're good. Power. I think I have power from the airlock just up here. And cutters. And switch on. Yeah, now that'll drill down to bedrock and start producing ore, whatever that might be. Yeah, our next one, our next miner will be Amy, which I've been building parts for. You need consoles, switch, transformer, logic transmitter, chip, Amy, housing, transmitter, other chip, and a battery. I do not have a rechargeable battery. Well, we have vase and mains. Now, well, I suppose I'll need power down here, won't I? I've got the weather station there. We'll be able to get power from that. Now, I need the transmitter, which I can put anywhere. Well, I guess I want the power coming in first, won't I? Let's get the consoles down, 4 of them. I want my return lever, so I can call her back. I want my charger. If I get her to sit over to there, that'll do us there. I'll want a transmitter, which I can put into there. And we'll have a transformer coming in just there. And I shall need the housing for the chip there. Chip can go into there. And I shall need Amy. Whoops. And she gets a chip for her brain. And I've got to build up the silo and put some chutes in there for her to drop her stuff into. Chute silo, steel sheets, and plastic sheets. Wow, that was a lot of steel sheets. You need steel sheets? You need plastic sheets too. Well, I have them. Not many. So, I hope you don't need many. Yeah, that was a few. And cables from memory. Screwdriver. More cables. I've only got 4. Yeah, that's probably a good reason. I'll need more of them anyway. Oh, battery. And make me some cables. Now, do I have any chutes? I have a random ingot there. I have some chutes. I do not. So maybe some of them too. Yep, sure. We'll need a lot of that. Keep it going. Battery for you. Screwdriver. You're done. Transformer was just there. You up to up with cable cutters. I can link you up to there. I have power. Well, when I wire it up, I'll have power. Funny how that works. Now, careful not to get too close to Amy. She does take it personally if you grab her and bump her into things. She takes it real personal. Meaning she'll kill you. That's you done. Now, oh, well, I didn't need that many chutes. I kind of forgot about that one. Good news, I've got some spares. You didn't use everything. Oh, probably when I made the connection that stopped, didn't it? I thought, great, it gave me a heap of chutes I didn't want, but didn't give me the cables. Now, where did you get up to? There. There. Well, I guess I'll go around that then. Pick up you, both of them, both of them, both of them. I need to be able to see that side of that one. So, how about move you over to there? I need to cable into the side of that logic transmitter. You. Now, if I switch you on, now you're up. I should be able to switch you, you, and you, and the power silo. You're on. Okay. Now give me something to, or somewhere to drop these. Yep. Amy to unload into. Yeetable inlet. I think I can put one of them in the roof and she can still hit that. Okay. So you are charged up. Now I've got a flashing light on this thing because I have to set that to point at Amy. Oops, Amy bot. There we go. And we've got a green light now. And I think we are all good. Now, I do have Amy code. Once again, I'm not going to write it. I will grab one from the workshop or from my library because I wrote one, well, long time ago. And it still works, so we'll keep doing it. Which is Amy Base Controller version 2. So load you in. Overwrite, close you up. Now I will take out that last line there because we found out on our Venus run that it does give us some problems under certain circumstances. Oops. Now I need to set up our location. There we go. So I need to know the home position, which will be into there, which is minus 607,785. Minus 607 and 785. Now our unload position will be the same, 607 and 785. Now we want to come out of her box and out to a spot where she can easily get back into her box. Around about here, 607 777. Edit, so that is a waypoint, yep, minus 607 and 777. Now, somewhere to mine. There is something out here to mine still. There we go, some gold. 611747. Right, thank you. Edit. Minus 611 and 747. Right, export you into the chip. Now, I should be able to whack that in there, and Amy will now come back to here to unload, or when she can't find anything else to mine, go out to a mining spot, or go out to a waypoint, then head out to a mining spot and return when she's full. And I'll put that in there and it'll not understand what's going on because I have to set up the other things. And I won't do it with a screwdriver, I shall do it with this one, our labeler. So that display shall be the mode. That one shall be our X position. That one will be our Z position. And that one will be our charge. Now I go to the screwdriver. I want to program in the robot, which will actually be the logic transmitter, the display X, which is the XPOS, the Z display, which is the ZPOS, the mode, which is the mode, the charge, which is the charge, and the lever, which is the lever. Okay. If I switch you on, you're all charged up, you're ready to go. You should not do anything until I switch that on. You do a wheelie, you turn around, you should go to your waypoint. It's out here. You should turn around, come back and unload, which won't take long because you're empty. Okay, so I need to reduce your waypoint by another one because you didn't quite get in the room there. So, waypoint 777, so I actually need to increase that to 6. Confirm. You are out there doing your thing. Your mining, charge, and your position, they're all there. I pull that out, export you to the new position. When I put that in, it should bring Amy back to her waypoint, back into here to unload, and she'll go back to her waypoint and back to her mining zone. So hopefully she'll come right in this time because we've changed the position. Hang on, is our laptop a tool now? Has it always been that? I don't remember. Come on, come right in. There you go. She comes back into the right spot now. She can unload into that. And off she goes again. Nice. That's Amy mining. This thing has not done anything yet. Have you not reached bedrock yet? Or is it rolling down the hill somewhere? Possibly rolling down the hill somewhere. How about... Yeet. How about if I grab some railings? Doink. Ah. I still need more power if I'm going to leave everything switched on. There we go. If it is rolling away, it won't roll away anymore. If you haven't reached bedrock yet, there's something wrong. Amy's over there mining, so yeah, it's... And nice. More coal here. Not trying to tell you how to do your thing. You're not picking the top ones off first. Are you picking the closest ones up? Well, you would have picked up the coal before coming over here if you're getting the closest ones. Or you're just picking the easy ones. Well, you're okay. I have had troubles with it getting stuck in certain spots and not doing anything, so you're not sure what's going on there. So switch you off. I need new batteries in those glasses because I've just been out mining. Now, car. I needed 5 plastic sheets. I haven't got 5 plastic sheets. And wrench. Yep. Nice. Steel sheets and a welder. I have my Rover. Need some batteries and some containers. I have enough batteries. And I'll need a couple of containers. Oh, I've got 3. There's the 2 I need. Now I put the containers on there. How? Not like that. Is that close enough? It is. Rightio. Well. Done. I don't need the other one. That'll be a problem for Amy. Yeah, well. Amy's still mining. 3 means she's mining. Still got power. Still moving around. Finished mining, then started mining again, which is good. She's doing her thing. Now, batteries. That Rover is not happy to be here. Now, Rocketworks is doing one of their other projects is Kitten Space Program. Or Kitten Space Agency. Now, one of the things that really sucked in Kerbal Space Program was the ground physics with the rovers and, well, anything that landed on the planets was just absolutely horrible. So if they want to do if they want to do something which is the spiritual successor to KSP, they're going to have to get a handle on how you do wheels on voxels. If they can't get that right, it's going to suck. So Q to exit, go and switch on. No, I'm in the wrong chair. It's in the other side. No, switch on. No. Go. Ah, I can turn. How do I start it? My generation. How do you turn this thing on? I can do it from the ground. I can't control it from the vehicle. I might be missing something there. So the lights are on. Important things. Does it come in black? Gotta have a black one. 'Cause I'm Batman. No. Make it official. Oh, I can. 'Cause I'm Batman. Hey, you're back. What did you find? Oh, you've already chucked it in there. Well, fair enough. I saw some of the gas evaporating from some of the ice you found there, so probably a good idea to move the unloading zone away from your base, because if a heap of volatiles gets in there, it might get a little bit explodey. Now she wait till she recharges and then go off again. So Amy seems to be doing all right. I shall grab you and you. Now, I still can't go. Other side. Oh, there we go. We're away. I can't look at my tablet while I'm driving. Whoa. This is probably not the best place to be driving. But anyway, I saw there was a mod for a faster Rover on the workshop. I might have to put that on there. 'Cause I'm Batman. Oh. Who came out? Okay, let's not go this way where I've been doing a heap of mining. We'll go the other way. I did get my tracker. That's all right. Q to hop out. Yep, that's all right. I can still get back. Now, I am still nickel. Okay. Let's go away from where I've been mining. Actually, before I fall in a hole. Yep. Oh! I got here. 'Cause I'm Batman. That's not impressive when you're Batman. You got a bit of drift. Turn. No. Fishtails. No, straight. There we go. Okay. I can't look at my tablet. It'd be nice if I had an app on the controller there where I could actually see that stuff. And... iron. Now 500, I was 600 and 700, wasn't I? So you got to go a fair way away to get it, and there's iron. Okay. So it is a drivable distance away, 200 metres. Well, is that the very edge of something? Yeah. Uh-oh, having trouble getting up the hills. No, it gets up the hills. We're all right. And... oh, look, you can get multiple ones here, and it actually says it. It's iron, copper, and silicon here. So that's your basic resources. That's probably a better one to find. And we're not that far away. Okay. Now you can survey all that stuff from space, I do believe, so I need to turn around to get back to base. I'm further away now than when I started. That sounds like my driving, all right. I need to put some lights on my base, a beacon, so I can see it from a distance away. Or just never leave home. Both of those are two good options. I better not be further away than when I started. I'm still just as far away. I'm 30 metres closer after all of that. I really want a tracker on the dial on my speedo here. I'm still not pointing the right. I'm closer. I think I'm going sideways. Find a hole. I'll starve before I get back. Yep. Definitely been here before. Oh, you son of a... Tell me in that direction. Wait a minute. Is that it? I've either found my base or I'm about to run over Amy. Oh, I really want to run over Amy now. There's a base. Bit of nighttime roadkill. Nope. Whoops. There we go. Cute. There we go. Back to the bat cave. Shh! Don't tell anyone it's bat cave. I think it's cold. or scared of my driving. Both are plausible. Okay. So, we have... Now I think we've realised that this is just nickel now. So I probably don't want to be using that. I will need nickel. But a drill that only produces nickel is probably not what I want. So I think my deep miners might not be something I recommend for the first thing you build to start getting a huge empire of things. Amy, on the other hand, is still very good at picking up stuff. What do we got in there? We've got 17 items in there. And she's still chugging away. And we'll keep chugging away until she falls in a hole. Or gets stuck on something. But she seems to be doing all right now. And, well... yeah, now it's morning. I'll be able to find my way back in the Rover. Fine. That's great. It's fine. Never mind. That's fine. Right, but I think we are just about done here. Maybe if I switch some things off, that might help the batteries charge up. But we have... It's all right. It's just a haze. It's not another storm. We have got our automated mining in the form of Amy going on. Although travelling around and mining is pretty easy once you've got these glasses and you can see the matrix. Yeah, you can collect a lot really quickly if you've got the heavy mining drill and a faster jetpack. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, so as I say, we've gone through, built ourselves a base, got our power going, we've got our food going, we've got basically everything we need, our water, our supply of oxygen and nitrogen. So that's coming in just from our compressor up here. And we have not had to really touch on phase change. I mean, we've used our phase change to collect our oxygen and nitrogen from the air. We've had to deal with a little bit of phase change to refill our jetpack and just allow the pollutant to liquefy out of it. But liquefying stuff and throwing it away is about all we've had to do with that. So let's say if you go to Mars, it's a place where you can do simple stuff very quickly, or you can probably shut down now, my dear. That's where you can get set up. Mars is a good place to learn the basics. I've not had to delve deeply into the mechanics of how things work. Set up a furnace just with our starter fuel tank. I can fill up my jetpack with just a vent and a drain. That's all. Our pressure regulator. I can fill up my oxygen either with a filter, or we can just pull it out of our greenhouse, because that's something we can do. And the only insulated pipes I have had to use are on the furnace. So everything else is, let's say, Mars is pretty easy. The atmosphere provides our cooling, well, a manageable amount of cooling. It provides us with our gas. Ooh, well, you're hungry. Well, I'll take your egg, as long as you haven't eaten the dog. Yeah, dinner's up. There you go. Oh. So that's why I say Mars is the easy place to go. It's a good place to go to learn the basics, where you're not sort of under a lot of pressure to go and have to manage everything else. The power's reasonably easy because it's just a couple of wind turbines, a couple of solar panels, and we're still relying on our coal generator to chuck some coal in every now and then. But I mean, that's good enough. That's all we need. We're learning how to use these things. We're learning how these properties work. I may as well make some more bread now, hadn't I? Oops, put it in there first. Close the thingo. Make the flour. Open it while it's still running and cut my fingers off. Soybeans turn into oil. They go into there and they make bread. Have a cake? No, I need milk. I need sugar. I don't have sugar. Anyway. And we go, bread. Take my helmet off. Now we've done a fair bit of automation in here, which we really don't have to do. So I don't get hung up on the automation. I had a loaf of bread. Yeah, that's fine. Don't get too hung up on the automation if that's something that scares you. Now this whole thing, it is automated, so I can walk away from it and basically forget it. But I can, if I come in here and see it's a bit warm, I could just manually switch on the heater with no automation. I could go up there at night and just switch on the intake tanks whenever they run low with no automation. Same with the overpressure vent. If I come in here and think, oh, it's getting a bit pressurized in here, I can vent it. CO2 intake, I should come in here and just check with my this one here. If the CO2 is low, I could put a little logic switch on here which can just switch on the vent from outside and bring in some more CO2 whenever I need to. So the automation is not necessary. It is just something so I don't forget things and let everything die. And that tank is filled up in here. And everything else is honky-dory. Now oxygen's still at 70.4%. That was easy. I didn't need the ice collector outside. Anyway, that's Mars. I think we shall take our leave from Mars. We have obtained our survival, and I think we've done everything we needed to achieve here. So I think the next place we need to go is the moon. So on Mars we can learn the basics. Now we need to go to the moon where we really need to learn how to use our gases, our atmospherics. Because if you don't, you die. So, okay, we've had our first time at easy. So that's why I think Mars should be the easiest one there, because you can focus on just building stuff, learning how to use the user interface, learning how to build things. There's no huge pressure there to get things done. You don't have to delve deeply into the game mechanics. Because Larry I didn't need to do. I just put it up there because I didn't want to have to manually do stuff. And yeah, so that's Mars. So this will be signing off from Mars. So next time we shall probably be going to the moon. So that's all for now. So till next time, happy building. See ya.